Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is September the 15th, 2022. We are here to talk about, is it too late to get into Bitcoin, right? Is this particular asset and valuable currency that we may need to hold? Is it too late to get into it? I mean, have you all even invested in Bitcoin yet? Have any one of you all bought some Satoshis lately? Well, I'm going to talk about that today. Then I'm going to give you all that updated price prediction in the market for Bitcoin, trying to give you all that update as to what happened over the last couple of days. You guys can see that from my price prediction, I was anticipating that the market in Bitcoin was going to go up, but right now you guys can see that it got rejected on that downtrending line of mine. So I'm going to talk about that as well. Now, before I get started, y'all appreciate my videos and my content, hit that like button. So if you can also subscribe here to the channel. Now, this article right here was posed. It posed the question: is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Now, the market cap of Bitcoin equals only 0.1% of the global wealth of the world. So in that perspective, if you look at it from that viewpoint, it's not too late. It's just 0.1% of global wealth, Bitcoin. Now, before we go into this article, keep in mind that there has been, the creation of thousands of cryptocurrencies, and it doesn't mean that everyone is going to run into Bitcoin. Now, can Bitcoin get a nice sizable chunk of the global wealth? It can, but there's no guarantee that it will. So let's go ahead and look at this article real quick. You guys can see that circumstances seem to be working in their favor as Bitcoin market capitalization currently equals 0.1% of the total global wealth, according to the data retrieved on September the 14th, which was yesterday, from the analytics platform Pricing Bitcoin 21, which denominates and tracks various assets in Bitcoin. Okay, now the total global wealth at present time stood at an estimated $418.3 trillion. That is how much global wealth is in the world right now, according to that website, 418.3 trillion. Whereas the market cap of Bitcoin is only around 390 billion. So that's where you get that 0.1%. Now, like I told you already, everyone's not going to get Bitcoin. A lot of the world's access to internet is even being restricted right now. So even from that realm, a lot of the world won't have access to Bitcoin. You guys can see right here from this chart right here, this small image, this is what it looked like. Bitcoin compared to global wealth, you guys can see is only 0.1%. So is there still time to get in Bitcoin, or is it too late? Well, from this article, from that chart there, it's still a whole lot of time for individuals to come into the market in Bitcoin, because y'all may say, but Bitcoin is at $20,000 right now. That's too expensive. Well, just imagine how much it will be if the whole world got on board and bought Bitcoin. Now, I don't foresee that that's going to happen. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of other technologies that's going to be valuable as well, not just Bitcoin, right? I know there's a lot of teams, a lot of companies being formed trying to create that all-in cryptocurrency that's going to solve the world's problems in terms of latency and speed and fees, and just trying to make it decentralized. So it's relatively new right now. So we're still in the very beginning of this game. Now, will Bitcoin come out as the bellwether, as the heavyweight? That's still yet to be determined. I mean, because you guys already have heard that Ethereum has completed the merge, the proof of stake, because they knew that proof of work is going to cause too much problems for scalability. Bitcoin is still on that proof of work though. See, the world with technology continues to advance, and if Bitcoin doesn't advance, it's going to lose its viability as trying to be that number one cryptocurrency that people can transact on. So we'll talk as time goes on. But now let's get back to today. I did my video in Bitcoin on September the 12th, and you guys can see it. Price in Bitcoin in one day, in one measly day, went down 10%. You guys can see it. So what does it mean? Now, it's not a coincidence that price in Bitcoin went down 10% on the 13th of September. It's not a coincidence. I mean, we should have at least expected something of that magnitude to go on, right? Because the market got rejected on our downtrend. Like, we've been tracking this movement in Bitcoin ever since the high came in November. So price in Bitcoin has been trending down since then. So we're still here. The market is still trending down. So nothing has changed in that regards. Now I'm going to continue to keep these lines on my chart because they're still very important. We need to ensure, in order for us to start to see the market in Bitcoin trade sideways, we need to see Bitcoin's price do this. We need it to break outside of this downtrend line. So currently the overall weight is that Bitcoin is still weak. All right, it is still weak. We still need to follow under that perception that Bitcoin's price is not bullish because of what occurred on the 13th. But as we continue to see this weakness come into the market in Bitcoin, we can see it still hold 19,000. And then as we approach October, to see the market in Bitcoin break outside of this downtrend. Now that's when we'll have to come in and talk and think about the chances of us seeing Bitcoin finally breaking outside of this channel to the upside. Okay. So nothing has changed from my last video, which was on September the 12th. Okay, nothing has changed. I'm going to continue to keep this price prediction here, but we already know that the weight is to the downside. That is where the market currently is going to go. And we need to start focusing on whether or not the buyers into the market in Bitcoin is going to hold these three areas right here. I want us to see the buyers in Bitcoin come in and hold price either here, which the market did yesterday, right there at the low of $19,620, either there, 19,000, or no lower than $18,200, $300. Those three areas. So that is where our attention needs to be right now. We need to see whether or not the buyers are going to buy Bitcoin at one of those three levels. Nothing more, nothing less. Because if we see that happen, then we already know that we're still trading within this overall range. We just took a momentary break of the market breaking or not breaking outside of this downtrend line. Because imagine this. Let's say that we were seeing the market in Bitcoin, and let's say that it did break outside of this downtrend line here, then the market will be more bullish, and we would definitely be looking forward to hit that $25,000 price. But since it didn't, we may have to lower our expectations on seeing Bitcoin hit $25,000. We might have to bring it down to 24, 23,000, all because of what occurred on this one day. It's how we got to view these things. We got to anticipate how the market's going to react so we can be prepared. So this is what I'm looking at. Is it too late to get into Bitcoin? No, it's not. If you look at it from a global wealth perspective and looking at where price is currently at, price going down, is the timing perfect to come in and invest or buy this currency? It's your decision. Now give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.